There was a man who was almost expelled from school, but became an inspiration to millions. Hello, today I will share with you 5 profound life lessons, told from the true story of Denzel Washington, combined with Stoic philosophy. These are not only lessons for success, but also a guideline for a meaningful life. Everything I have is by the grace of God. Denzel Washington once sat in a barber shop, unsure of his future, on the verge of being kicked out of college. He was lost, disconnected, drifting. Then, out of nowhere, a woman looked at him and spoke a prophecy that would echo through the rest of his life. You will speak to millions. You will travel the world. You will inspire. He didn't believe her. Not then. But what if she saw something he hadn't yet seen in himself? What if life was trying to speak through her, and he just wasn't ready to listen? This story isn't just about Denzel. It's about all of us. We all reach moments where we feel stuck, like we've failed too much, missed too many chances, or strayed too far from where we should be. And that's when philosophy becomes more than words. It becomes a compass. The Stoics believed in a simple yet powerful idea. Some things are within our control. Some things are not. Epictetus. It sounds obvious, but how often do we forget this? We worry about how people see us. We stress about outcomes we can't predict. We replay past mistakes and imagine futures that haven't even happened. But what does worrying ever fix? The truth is, you don't control the storm. You control how you sail through it. And that's what Stoicism teaches us. You don't need to fix everything. You don't need to know how it ends. You just need to take the next step, with courage, clarity, and conviction. Denzel could have given up. He could have laughed off that prophecy. But he didn't. He kept going. He leaned into his work, his faith, his purpose. And over time, what once seemed impossible became inevitable. So what about you? Maybe you're in a quiet season. Maybe you're in the middle of something messy. But what if this is the moment before everything changes? You don't need to control the whole journey. Just choose how you show up today. Grace is real. Faith matters. And your response to life, that's where your power lives. Stay steady. Stay grounded. The world needs your voice. Dream big. Fail big. Don't be afraid to fail. That's what Denzel Washington tells us, and he means it. Because dreaming isn't about comfort. It's not about staying safe or waiting for the perfect time. It's about stretching, risking, stepping into the unknown, even when fear is louder than faith. But dreaming big isn't enough. Denzel says it clearly, dreams without goals remain dreams. And without discipline, those dreams never become reality. Discipline is the bridge. Consistency is the road. And purpose is the fuel that keeps you moving even on the hardest days. It's easy to get stuck in the trap of perfection. Waiting until everything feels right. Until you're confident. Until you're ready. But what if ready never comes? Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, gave us a powerful reminder. Don't waste time thinking about the outcome. Do what is right. That's enough. This changes everything. You don't need a guarantee. You don't need to know how it ends. You just need to begin. Live with intention. Move with purpose. And show up, not for applause, not for perfection, but because it matters. Here's the truth most people avoid. You will fail. You will fall. You will question yourself. But failure isn't the enemy. Fear of trying is. The Stoics didn't preach comfort. They preached courage. They taught us to face the world not with fear, but with focus. Not with control over the outcome, but with control over our effort. So what are you waiting for? You have a dream? Good. Now make it your mission. Break it down. Put it on paper. Show up every single day even when no one is watching. And when you fall, because you will, get back up stronger. Let your dreams scare you a little. Let it stretch you. Let it demand more of you. Because the world doesn't just need dreamers. It needs builders. People who don't wait for perfect. People who try and fail and try again. So dream big. Fail big. But whatever you do, don't stop. It's not about how much you have, it's about what you do with what you have. That one sentence can change everything. Because we live in a world obsessed with more. More money. More followers. More applause. More status. But the Stoics saw things differently. To them, wealth and fame weren't evil. They were just neutral. Not good. Not bad. Just tools. And tools by themselves don't define a life. Character does. You can have millions in the bank and still be empty inside. You can have a quiet job, a small home, and still live a life of extraordinary impact. The Stoic philosophers believed real success wasn't about what you owned. It was about how you lived. Success is serving others. Success is living with virtue. Success is being useful, whatever your role in life. Think about that. You don't have to be rich to be great. You don't need a title to make a difference. You just need to show up with integrity. We all know people who have everything and still feel nothing. And we've met those who seem to have little, yet give so much. That's not luck. That's perspective. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire, yet he wrote about humility and simplicity. Epictetus was born a slave, yet became one of the greatest teachers in history. Neither one measured life by possessions. They measured it by how they showed up in the world. So the question isn't, what do you have? It's, what are you doing with what you have? Are you lifting others? Are you choosing honesty when it's hard? Are you showing up fully even when no one's watching? That's where meaning lives. In the quiet choices. In the small moments. In using your time, your gifts, your voice, for something greater than yourself. Because at the end of the day, the world won't remember what you had. It'll remember how you made people feel. It'll remember the lives you touched. You don't need more to start. You just need to care. To give. To live with purpose. So don't wait for success to find you. Redefine it. Live it. And let your life speak. Put your slippers way under the bed so when you wake up you have to kneel down to get them, and while you're down there, say thank you. That's what Denzel Washington teaches. Gratitude first. Before the rush. Before the noise. Before the pressure of the day sets in. Because when you begin with gratitude, you see life differently. You stop chasing everything you don't have. And start honoring what you do. Gratitude doesn't make you weak. It makes you powerful. Because when you're thankful, greed loses its grip. Comparison fades. And peace walks in. Denzel lives this way, daily thanks before daily ambition. Not because life is perfect, but because he knows every breath is a gift. The Stoics echoed the same truth. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, wrote, "Gratitude is not only the greatest virtue, but the parent of all others." In other words, it's the starting point. You want strength? Start with thanks. You want clarity, courage, compassion? Gratitude makes room for all of it. We forget this in a world that tells us to chase more. More money, more stuff, more success, more recognition. But what if more isn't the answer? What if the real power lies in seeing clearly, in recognizing how much you already have? You have today. You have breath. You have chances. You have people. You have time, maybe not forever, but you have now. That's not small. That's sacred. So don't wait until things are perfect to be thankful. Be thankful while it's messy. Be thankful while it's hard. Be thankful while you grow. Gratitude isn't passive. It's an active choice. A mindset. A daily practice of grounding yourself in what matters most. Because when you lead with gratitude, you lead with strength. You don't crumble under pressure. You rise above it, anchored, steady, clear. So tonight, when you place your slippers under your bed, push them far back. Make it a habit. Start tomorrow on your knees, not out of weakness but out of reverence. Say thank you. Mean it. Because every day you wake up, it's not guaranteed. It's a gift. And the most powerful life isn't the one that has the most. It's the one that remembers to say, thank you, no matter what. Each one teach one. Don't just make a living, make a difference. That's the call. Simple, powerful, and urgently needed. Because life isn't just about climbing your own mountain. It's about reaching back and helping someone else up too. Denzel Washington says it best. We weren't put here just to survive. We were put here to serve. To lift. To leave something better behind. And the Stoics? They saw this truth long before our time. Epictetus, once a slave who rose to become a philosopher, said, "No one is born for themselves alone." Let that sink in. You weren't born just to chase goals, check boxes, or collect titles. You were born to give. To build. To connect. To be a light. So the question isn't, am I successful yet? It's, am I useful today? You don't need to have made it to start making a difference. You don't need millions in the bank to be generous. You don't need to be famous to be impactful. What do you have? Time? A kind word? A lesson you've learned the hard way? Use it. Teach someone what you know. Encourage someone who's struggling. Remind someone they're not alone. The world is full of people who are just one voice away from not giving up. Be that voice. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. And you never know how your smallest act of kindness might change everything for someone else. That's legacy. That's purpose. That's what Stoicism calls us to remember. It's not about waiting for the right time to help. It's about using what's in your hands right now to serve someone else. So yes, build your dreams. Yes, work hard, rise high. But don't forget to bring others with you. Because success that doesn't lift others isn't success at all. So today, look around. Who can you help? Who can you mentor? Who can you encourage? Start there. Start now. Because you weren't born just for yourself. You were born to matter, to someone else. And that is the life worth living. If this video resonates with you, leave a comment sharing what you learned. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to explore valuable life lessons from Stoic philosophy and inspiring people. Remember, live not to be famous, but to be useful.